All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully, most high your house child is blessed you on day by his mercies you are consumed. This is a little impromptu. I was gonna go over something. I was just thinking about this on the way home, man, and I wanted to get this, man. And how? Because I was actually I was going to read the other day. I still got to read it. Sirach 42, but um, and also first and foremost, yeah, it's like hopefully, like he's blessing all day, and also too, man. Let's go out there and treat each other with love and kindness, man. Too, man. But I just wanted to get this too, man, because it's always crazy because you know what, just like me, like the brother and like it was posing a question like in the Discord app the other day, like how is it like has there ever been a scripture that a verse that you had that actually made you cry, man, like and also like the people did here in Nehemiah 8 when Nehemiah Ezra was breaking down the law to him, like it just hit your spirit that you make you want to cry. And I told him no, but it's always good to experience, like, because what's in the scriptures is this word. The word is life, man. So like experiencing certain scriptures in real time is always a beautiful thing. Because that just happened to me recently, man. I ain't gonna go too in depth to it because that's kind of like showing what your right hand, left hand doing. I'm not gonna go into that, um, but yeah, man. But it's just like this, man. Because let's get this in Sirach 42 real quick, man. Because listen, and also too, this ties into how the Most High Yahushua, that they're going to be like certain times, man. They even if you're in the word or a believer or not, if you're in the word outside the word, man, they're gonna be who they're gonna be regardless, man. Just like like the brother shout to brother send me your firstborn said, man, like just like you might meet say if you like meet a certain person, like that they're just gonna be them, like regardless, because that's just who they are. Like say for like you meet a sister, right? Like and not one if she like fears the Lord and or how she was raised. One if she fears the Lord and the Most High house and how she was raised, or two even if she's outside the word. You know um you see, she's outside the word, just how she was raised, man. If she comes over your house and she starts cleaning and just cooking for you, things of that nature, that's just know that, like, that she would just do it, even though, like, regardless of you even asking her or telling her, like, to do that, like, and also, too, with that, that's a little dicey thing, too, because if you do that, just pay that woman a lot, just whatever, pay that woman, like compensate her, because a lot of times too women will bring that back up, like if y'all having a little disagreement, then they'll bring that up to you to use that again, to use that against you. But also too, but a real actually, but no, but on the other side, like I'm saying, a real like an actual woman that just generally who they are, they gonna do that, not just the fact that if you were there or not, like or if you were like even before she was married, because like a lot of times too, because like a lot of women, they say that, like oh, I'll wait, like I'm gonna start cooking and cleaning till I get married, like then that, like one, that doesn't entail like the whole aspects of the wife. Those are kind of the basics, man. Like that's like like the brother sent me first one says, that's like kind of keeping the commandments, man. Those are kind of like not to mention the commandments, but those are really the basics. Like there's way more to it than that, but also, man, but even in that though, like if a woman says that, then she's just not naturally who she is. She's like so, but like if a woman, she's going to do like that was raising that to raise like in her femininity and like in her role, she's going to do that like because that's just basically who she is, like regardless. So I say that to say, man, because the Most High, I'm saying all that to say, because the Most High, your house child is going to be them, regardless, man. Yeah, no matter like even what the other nations was doing, but no matter what we was doing in our history, even to this standpoint right now, man, they were like how much we gave the Most High, your house child, our butt to kiss, like our pride, rebellion, sin, iniquity, transgressions, like constantly, even to this day, like they are still who they are, man. Like he says in Matthew 5, we read it yesterday. Well, we read Matthew 5 yesterday, I believe. But he makes his sun shine on the just and the unjust, because that's just who he is. Gracious, long suffering, like merciful, like abundant in goodness, like that's just who he is. Slow to wrath, because that's just who he is, regardless of we was here or not. That's just who he is. Just like a lot of times too, like speaking of women, like on the other side too, because like a lot of time too, we're what you call them. This it's all a domino effect. We're raised, we're raised, and we come up in the society in the current kingdom, Esau's kingdom, that that the woman is the catch, pretty much, like and that's just that's the thing too. Not like that's the thing too. But like I always said before, man, brothers be mindful of women like that. Like that the woman that think they're to catch, like and you gotta have the mindset. Listen, I was like me, not to brag or boast to listen, but I was like me before I met you. So that's just like the most on the house shot. They're all alpha and omega. They was them before we was even established as a nation. So that's why even just like that, like that's like even man is like raised to like kind of cause yeah, man, cause you have a lot of people with this mentality. Oh, I'm waiting for the Most High and the Son, or waiting for God to come to me. Like that's the pride, and like that's naturally like not naturally in man, but that's the well, yes, it is to an extent, cause that's why the word has to correct you and renew your mind and humble yourself like a little child. So like that's why I always tell you the importance of the gospel, man, because like you realize that really this all is about the Most High house shot, man. Like we play a big role in it, but the book is about them, man. Like we play a big role, but it's about them at the end of the day, man. Because like that's why I like the brother Akawar said read the book from their perspective. But anyway, but yeah, this all goes into what I'm saying. It says Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach chapter 42, this is in the good news. It says, the law, this thing's about not being ashamed of. It says, the law of the Most High and his covenant, judging even godless people fairly. So yeah, exactly, because that goes into Romans 2, or like, that, it's somewhere else in Sirach as well, man. But, you got to do, like, even the Most High house shall blesses people that, like, like even like yeah, they might be unbelievers per se, but they still gonna bless those people fair. Judge those people and bless those people sometimes fairly, because a matter according to who they are. I should say, man, because honestly, because like I always said, man, I know like a few people, man, they're just unbelievers at the end of the day, and most of the house shots are wicked, but like because they just don't believe. They just don't believe, but that most of the character traits, like in this word they have, but that they just don't have faith, they just don't believe. Like it's like 2 Ezra 15, goes into, man. But yeah, man. But even still in that, the Most High households will reward them, because that's just who they are, man. They judge even the godless fairly, like so yeah, man. So I sad to say, man, because certain people, like I ain't gonna go into it, man, but like there's like even something like this, man, because I'm gonna use this example, because I'm not gonna go into that, man, because like there's certain even there's even certain poor people, man, certain people, homeless people, man, that they still give to people what they have, like they'll still give, like on what they have, man, because like I want to go into, but I really can't go into, because that's kind of going to let you right hand going to left hand doing. But I'm just going to use this generally speaking, man. But yeah, there's a lot of homeless and poor people that that would still give, man. Because I remember watching an interview with KRS-One, man. He's saying when he was homeless, like he was still leaving, like giving to people, working in shelter and giving to people, man. But I said to say, like there's certain people that like that, man. It's just like and I was gonna get to Sirach 11, and wow, crazy, it's 11th today, so well, it's perfect. All praise to the Most High house shop. But yeah, it's Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach chapter 11, verse 12, which says, again, there's another that is slow and hath need of help, and wanting ability, full of poverty. Yet the eye of the Lord look upon him for good, and set him upon from his low estate. So yeah, man, exactly. The Most High house shop. Let's say 1 Samuel 2:8. Like says, man, he ready to pour out of the dunghill, man. Like get you out of that. There's nothing for him to make a poor man rich, but also too rich in faith as well, the ultimate riches. But I'm saying this to say, because I was just I think about this earlier in my lunch break, and like even a lot of like it says in Proverbs. What's this Proverbs? Where is that in Proverbs? But when it says Proverbs, like how the Most High in your house shall also constantly bless people that like they freely give their money, like give things liberally. They'll constantly like give them things, because like they know what they're gonna do it. They're gonna give it to other people, man. So and that's just the thing about it, man. There's certain people like that, man. Because I was just thinking about this earlier at my lunch break, man. Because it's like certain people, like shout out to elder brother Judah Mack, because he said certain people, like he was watching an interview one time, and I heard this stuff from a lot of billionaires, things of that nature. People don't realize this, like it all comes from the word. Because a lot of times, like when because even like Proverbs said, because a lot of times we think how to get rich, like is like just to saving a bunch of money, just hoard it to yourself, hoard it to yourself. I mean, yeah, some people can, but mostly, man, like probably the book says, but most of the time, if you listen to a bunch of billionaires, like even if it's a tax write off, even whatever the intent is, like, but some of it, that's just some that's just who they are. Like they give a lot of their money away, and like that's how they even main. That's how they even, but still even that's even still how they maintain their wealth, man, because they give most of the stuff away, man. And that's the most on your house. I still doing that, even people that don't believe, so yeah, man. Let me say this too, but here's the thing about that too. Here's a balance too, because there's a balance because it's like he's not gonna you gotta watch out because like for people that say or listen for people that say like the God told me to tell you people because like when people say that the God told me to tell you or God told me this like when it doesn't have to do about the praise and esteem of the Most High Yahushua and it's about just the betterment of their life. Then that's how that's not of the Most High Yahushua too, because there's a balance of what I'm saying as well. Because there's only one. I was talking about this with my brother when he was here the other day, and shout out to brother sent me the first one as well. There was only one person in this in the word that was promised those things, man. He wasn't even seeking it out. That was Solomon, man. But then it's not saying that if you can't serve the Lord, not have not be wealthy or not have money. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying it's about the intent, man. Because I'm just talking about those people that say God told me to tell you, or God told me I'll be this and this and this. When it has to do something with the personal life, or whether their endeavors, their will, or their according to their lust, that's not the Most High Yahushua, man. So let me say this too as well as a balance, because can the Most High Yahushua give you signs of things like that Proverbs 22:3 says, listen, a prudent man foreseeth evil and leaves. Yeah, sometimes the Most High did that for y'all brothers and sisters. And even myself as well. It's like, okay, at certain times, like you're seeing signs of, all right, it's time to get out of here. But that's a little different. But yeah, let me get this too in verse 14. And prosperity and adversity, life and death, and poverty and riches come of the Lord, man. So yeah, that's the thing about it too, man. But my point is being that the Most High House, they're going to be them regardless. Of he's gonna judge fairly regardless if it's a believer or unbeliever. Even sometimes, even for the most part, if even it's it's somebody of us or our nation, our people, or it's even the heathen or a Gentile, just waiting, just bound, just judge, like Yahweh said, judge righteous judgment. Yeah, so even because we see that with no, it was Samuel. I mean, in Samuel when those I forgot what the count was when Saul had killed them, and they said, "What do you want?" And they said Saul's oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the account, but yeah, man, that's just it. That's just who they are, man. So yeah, man, they're gonna be what you call them, just like that, man. And let me get this in 2 Samuel 12 too, man, because this is the example. That's how that's how you can tell about somebody's character. If they're down and they're if they're poor and or they're homeless, things of that nature, and they still will give what they have, that just tells you a lot about somebody, man. Cause yeah, man. Cause I'm pretty sure y'all brothers and sisters have homeless people, or y'all had homeless homeless people, or I count those people that try to even give you stuff, man. And of course, me personally, I couldn't take it, but because what I'm about to read, but yeah, man, yeah, 2 Samuel chapter 11. It's the same 2 Samuel chapter 12, man, because I'm about to get into this, man, because yeah, man. It says, but yeah, man. It says 2 Samuel chapter 12 verse 3. But the poor man had nothing, and save one little ewe lamb, in which he had brought up and nourished it, and grew it up together with him and his children, and eat it with his own meat, and drank of his own cup, and laid in his bosom, and unto them as a daughter. In verse 4, and there came a traveler unto a rich man, and he spared to take his own flock and of his herd, and to dress him for a wayfaring man was to come unto him. But the poor but took the poor man's lamb and dressed it dressed it for the man that was to was come to him. So yeah, exactly, man. So like, of course, David is a parable about David's adultery of Bathsheba. Also, too, you could look at this like from the gospel standpoint, like Yahushua, even like what it is too, because you know what it is too. Yeah, even I'm looking at this even right now, like how this could be like as Yahushua, like because not many people follow it was the people that follow him, like of course, because it's a little dicey going into how many people follow Yahushua. Of course, John 11 says it was that the world had followed this man, but we gotta remember in John 6 as well, many people had left him as well. So like it's kind of dicey when it comes to this, but but look at it as as the Pharisees as well, in the standpoint being those rich men. Like, listen, even like the followers that Yahushua had, they just wanted like they wanted them too as well. Even though they were rich, they had to all the praise, honor, esteem. They were rich, like in man's eyes, and for as far as even praise, honor, esteem. But they still wanted. And also too, they were adulterers as well. Like probably like I speak as men, probably like little natural adulterers, but they coveted and they wanted Yahushua's wife, that being Israel. So as well, they wanted like that's another story for another day. But you could like looking at in that aspect as well. But why am I reading this? Because like it just goes into like how you could like even the poor man, lamb, raise it, nourish it. That's all that he had. Like and it's taken from him. But there's certain people that like that's all that they have, but they would still give. I'm just going to show you how like whether they believe in the word, outside the word, man, how like that, how big and integral that is, man. So and like going back to that Sirach 11, man, like a lot of times too, the Most High Yahshua raises people up, like out of that estate, like to to help them, man, because they know in their state, man, that that they're going to help other people, because it is like the brother somebody first one said, like and sometimes I have to like be mindful of like using this word too, like because when people say like of course empathy, empath, like really empathy, truly I get when people say it, but truly empathy is really when you have been in a situation, just like that, just like the same person, like now, like so you could have like compassion and mercy on them, because like how it was to be in that situation. But if you have never been in that situation, you could be sympathetic but not empathetic, if you want to go to the literal sense. But then again, that's a little dicey, because if you do look up the word empathy, I believe last time I looked it up, it does mean sympathy. So that's a little dicey situation. But I'm just trying to break it down in that lens, because you said it perfectly, and that's kind of true to an extent. So yeah, man, I just want to go into pretty much, man. Regardless, man, that like the Most High House I did go and judge people like, inside the world, outside the world. Also, too, I want to talk about that, man. Just experiencing that, like certain people, like that might be homeless or might be down on luck, but they still give to people. They give a spirit, man. Like and yeah. That's why. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her name, man. But I ain't gonna say her name. But I had a student last year, the last school I was looking at. I was like, you know what? I was like, no, sweetie, no, ever, like you're a giver a lot. Like you like to give to people. Don't ever lose that spiritually in life. Like that'll take you very far. Like no, don't ever lose that. And so oh my gosh, oh my gosh, man, dang. Yeah, I forgot her name, man. But I miss my students there too as well. But they didn't let me. Anyway, they didn't let me go back visit the school. Damn, devil some can. But yeah, man. So hopefully that's just edifying. So peace.